much, Bob. Awesome. Okay, well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a little different doing a virtual class than an in-person class, but we're going to make it as good as we can. So for those of you who weren't here at the very beginning, when I first said this class will mostly be floor-based, since I can't really see you, I want to keep all of the movements as gentle as possible so that, you know, of course, there are no injuries or anything like that. And just so, depending on what space you have available in your home, we'll try to make it use as little space as possible too. So before we get right into the practice today, I did want to share a little reading. And this is from, it's called Braving the Wilderness by Brene Brown. And this book is all about kind of vulnerability. And I think we're all feeling a little bit like that right now. So I'm just going to share a very brief paragraph from there, and then we'll get right into the practice. Good. So Brene writes, "Stop walking through the world looking for confirmation that you don't belong. You will always find it because you've made that your mission. Stop scouring people's faces for evidence that you're not enough. You will always find it because you've made that your goal. True belonging and self-worth are not goods. We don't negotiate their value with the world. The truth about who we are lives in our hearts. Our call to courage is to protect our heart against constant evaluation, especially our own. No one belongs here more than you." Good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to know what this book is later, let me know or comment in that chat box. So, all right, if you're not already, I'm going to start to move back. Go ahead and get yourself situated in a comfortable seat. You're welcome to sit on a blanket or a pillow if you have one. And we're going to start off with a little joint freeing series, starting from the head and neck and just working our way down the entire body. Before we get right into that, let's go ahead and take a moment to take a few nice deep breaths in. So sitting up nice and tall, you can close your eyes if you want to. Just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Nice big exhale out through nose or mouth. And go ahead and take maybe 3 to 4 more, just nice deep breaths in. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Do a couple more at your own pace, just tuning into your body. Just tuning into your breath. Okay, one more nice deep breath in. And nice deep breath out. On your next inhale, check your posture. If you're able to, really lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head or the top of the head towards the ceiling. We're going to go ahead and start with some gentle side-to-side neck stretches. So on your next exhale, go ahead and tilt one ear down towards one shoulder. Doesn't matter which side. Just hold there for a breath. Good, and then inhale, returning the head and neck to center. Exhale when you're ready. Opposite ear tilts down towards opposite shoulder. And inhaling back up. And we'll do that a couple more times to each side. So exhale, tilting down. Inhale, returning back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, back up. Go ahead and do one more to each side. Just take it at your own pace. The next inhale, when you return the head to center, we're going to do the front and back of the neck. So on your inhale this time, lift your chin like you want to point it towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin down almost like you want it to touch your chest. Inhale again, lift the chin, pointing up. Exhale when you're ready, tuck the chin, draw it back down. Go ahead and take a couple more of those on your own. Inhale up and exhale down. And last one. And next time you tuck the chin, we're going to move into a circle. So go ahead and bring one ear back over one shoulder when you're ready. Then lift the chin back up. Opposite ear over opposite shoulder. And then tucking the chin back down. Take about 5 circles around. Just move nice and slow. You don't have to rush. Just explore if there are any areas where you feel any tightness. Just take your time. Really move through that area. Don't skip it just because it feels tight. Good. One more time around. Next time that you bring the chin down to the chest, go ahead and switch the direction of your circle. We'll do the exact same thing, just going the other direction. And throughout this practice, just try to stay tuned in to what you are doing. Really notice the movement's effects on the body. Be present with what is happening. Okay. Last time around. And when you're ready and the chin comes back towards the chest, lift, come all the way back up nice and tall in your seat. Okay. So from here, we are going to move down to work on the shoulders. So on our first movement for the shoulders, on your inhale, you just want to squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears as high as you can. And then you want to let out a big exhale, almost will sound like a sigh. And drop the shoulders down. We'll do that a few times, and no one's even going to hear you since you're all, in your own space. So just breathe as loudly as you want to. So inhale, squeeze them up, and nice big exhale. Drop them down. Just let any stress, any tension you're holding on to go. Inhale, squeezing up. Nice big exhale. Dropping down. Good. One more time, everyone. Inhale, squeeze up. And big exhale. Good. Dropping down. And on your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and expand the arms out. If you have room, you can do that full wingspan. If for any reason you don't have room, just bend out the elbows. Just make space where you can. We're just going to work into some gentle arm circles. So whatever size circle you want to make, just bringing some gentle movements to the shoulders. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead, switch, go the other direction with your circle. And notice if your shoulders start to tire, just be aware of what you're feeling. Good. And from here, stop your circle. If your arms are extended, we're going to bend the elbows now. Fingertips reach up to the ceiling. On your exhale, start to press the palms down, but keep the elbows lifted. You don't have to come all the way down, just go down to your own degree. Inhale, lift, bring the palms back up. So we're mainly going to work on the rotation of the shoulders here. Exhale to press the palms down. Good. Inhale to lift the palms, come back up. Good. A couple more of those. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Good. Last time, exhale, press. Good. Inhale, lift. Good. From here, exhale, bringing forearms together in front of the chest. Get them as close as you can, just opening up through the back of the body. And then on your inhale, open, draw the shoulder blades together behind you. So you're really squeezing and you're opening up through the front of the body. And then again, coming back together in front of the chest. Inhale to open and expand. Good. Take a couple more just like that. Good. Last one. Next time that you open the arms out, we're going to move into eagle arms. So whichever arm you want to bring on top, you can either just cross arms, depending on your shoulder flexibility, or see if you're able to stack one elbow over the opposite elbow crease. Perhaps you just want to have hands on shoulders. Maybe you want to try to bring the backs of the hands together, or even bring fingertips into palms. From there, on your inhale, gradually see if you can start to lift the elbows, no matter what position you decided to take. Start to feel that stretch through the arm that's on top. If you wish, you can just hold here, but it's sometimes nice to bring some movement in. So I like to do some little gentle circles here, whatever size circle again that works for you. Really nice movement for opening up upper back again, and of course the shoulders as well. And just take it around a couple more times. And then go ahead and switch, go the other way with that circle. And still have that same arm on top. Okay, next time that your elbows start to lower down, I'm going to go ahead and unwind the arms. And before we do the other side, I want you just to take a moment to pause and notice what that arm that was on top feels like compared to the other side. Good. So I can visually even see right now that this shoulder on this side is quite a bit lower than this one is on that side. And that's the magic of yoga, just loosening up and releasing that tension and tightness in the body. Good. So I know we all want to be as even as possible. So when you're ready, go ahead and switch arms. Bring the opposite arm on top that you did last time. Again, take any variation or modification that works for you. Elbows may lift if you like. Again, you could just hold still, or you can explore those circles around. This is your practice. Just do what works for you. Okay, allow yourself to notice any differences that you're feeling. Does the shoulder feel any different than the other side did? Just building that awareness around yourself. Okay, and switch the direction of your circle when you're ready. Go the opposite way. Okay, take a couple more. And last one. And you can bring the elbows back down. Go ahead and uncross the arms. And again, just take a moment to observe and notice. Perhaps the shoulders feel a little bit more even. Hopefully they both feel a little looser than they did before. Okay, so from shoulders, we're going to go ahead and move down to work on the lower back area. So depending on how you are seated, if you're cross-legged like me, you can just have the hands on the knees or thighs. But if for any reason this is uncomfortable, there's another option you can take, and that's to bring the feet out slightly wider than the hips, have a bend in the knees. Hands can come back behind the thighs, and we're going to do a seated version of cat-cow. So either way you want to do it is fine. So on your inhale, you just want to start to allow your chest to draw forward. Eyes can look straight ahead, or you can tilt and lift the eyes up to the ceiling for a deeper stretch. And as you exhale, go ahead and arch your spine back and allow the chin to tuck down towards the chest. Good. So for those of you who might need a different angle to see what this is, again, it's inhale, drawing chest forward, eyes looking forward. Exhale, arching the spine back, tucking chin down towards the chest. Good. Go ahead and we'll take about 3 to 4 more of those, just continuing to move with breath. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. Just one more here. And next time that you arch the spine back to your cat, inhale, returning back up nice and tall in your seat. We're going to move into a seated circle to loosen up the lower back and the hips. So best to sit either cross-legged here or have the legs extended in front, as you're going to be starting to lean over towards one side, allowing the upper body to fold over the lap slightly, lean over to the other side, and then back up. But really just a nice big circle. Whatever pace you want to work at, just take it around a few times. And if your lower back and hips are feeling tight, keep the circle a little smaller to start. Good, we'll be working on that low back and hip area a little bit more later in class as well. Okay, next time that you're up in your seat, go ahead and switch the direction. Okay, same thing, just noticing how this side of the body feels. Okay, a couple more times around. Good, and one more. And next time that you come back up in your seat, pausing there, just take a breath or two. And then when you're ready, we're gonna extend the legs out in front of you. And I'm gonna actually adjust the camera because you guys will need to see my feet a little bit here. So legs out in front. We're just gonna do a quick warm up for the lower body. So very simple, on your exhale, you wanna point your toes towards or away from you, towards your computer or your phone, whatever you're using, and then flex the feet, pull them back. Good. We're just kind of working on loosening up the hamstrings. So point and flex. Feel free to have your hands back behind you if you want some more back support. Good. Take a couple more. Very nice. Bring those toes back up to center. We're going to do hip mobility. So windshield way for the toes. Just go from right to left. Go back and forth. Okay, and the hips are kind of one of the first things to get tight when we don't, if we're out of our routine, if we're sitting more often than we usually do, the hips and lower back are going to tighten up on us. I know I've already noticed that, even just from changing my own routine a little bit. And so returning toes back to center, we're going to go ahead and circle the feet around here, just working on some mobility for the ankles. Just take it around a couple more times. And then switch the direction. And so we just went through the whole body, all the way from the neck and head, all the way down to the feet and the ankles. So when you're ready, feet can come back to center. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come down onto one side. Doesn't matter which side you want to do. If you have a blanket or pillow, please feel free to bring that for support underneath of the head, because we will be lying on one side for about 10 minutes, and then we'll roll over onto the other side and then complete the set. So go ahead and get situated. Good, we're going to move into a few more movements for the shoulders. This is our somatic shoulder and chest opening sequence that we sometimes do in class, for those of you who have been to my class before. So you want to have your arms straight out in front of your chest. You can keep your knees bent. Just try to lie as comfortably as you can. The hands are stacked on top of each other. Okay, so from here, we're starting with a very small movement, and then we're going to gradually increase it over time. So on your inhale, all you have to do is slide that top hand's fingers up to the bottom hand's wrist. And then as you exhale, you want to slide that top hand right back down. So we're just working on loosening up that shoulder. So inhale, sliding up. You can turn the head if you want. Exhale to slide back down. We'll take about 10 of those. So inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good, just take a few more. And Not only are these practices so nice for the physical body, for the shoulders, they're very soothing exercises. They just teach you to be present, mindful. They help relax the nervous system. And we really could use that soothing and calming presence right now. Okay, take one more. And next time that the palms are together, we're going to increase now to an arm slide. So on your next inhale, you want to slide that top hand all the way up the bottom arm. You want to brush across kind of where the collarbones are on the chest, and then opening the arm out towards the opposite side again. If you want to, you're welcome to turn the head, but you don't need to. As you exhale, slide the hand back down the chest, all the way down the arm until the hands join together again. Inhale, go right back, slide all the way open. And exhale, take your time, come all the way back down. And continue, again, we'll take about 10 of these. And one of the things I love about this particular exercise is that it's going to bring awareness to the chest, to the heart space. So not only is it physically helping to kind of open up that area, but kind of emotionally, and in traditional Chinese medicine, they believe that that is the heart-line meridian. So it's going to emotionally open up that area for you as well. Okay, a couple more of those. Great, last one here. And next time that the hands are back together, we're going to again increase. This time we're going to move into something that I have named sunrise arms. So on your next inhale, you want to take that arm up and above the chest and then out to the side. So you're kind of making like a half circle in the air. Then as you exhale, same exact path, follow it back down. Inhale, take your time to open up. Exhale, slowly coming back down. Okay, continue at your own pace. Just allow yourself to notice if you're feeling any sort of openness from these movements. Have you found that you're able perhaps to reach a little further behind you than you originally were? Just notice the gradual changes. You may not notice anything immediately, but over time, with repeated effort, you might see that it pays off. Okay, a couple more of those. Okay, and final one on this side. And when you rejoin the hands together, just pausing for a moment, just breathe. And we have one final exercise for the shoulder on this side. This one is the most complicated and will take up the most space. So if you have anything around you, just be mindful of the space you're taking up. You're going to want to extend your top leg out so that it's nice and long. Your top arm is going to start to reach overhead, and as it does, the leg is going to kick slightly forward. This is called our somatic clock. The arm is going to reach back around, and as it does so, your leg is going to come slightly behind you. So the arm reaches up as the leg kicks forward. The arm reaches forward as leg kicks back. Good. Just work within your own range of motion. Yours does not have to look exactly like mine does. And take a few more rounds. See if you can exhale one direction and inhale the opposite way. Okay, last two. And one more. And next time that your arm is forward, you can rest it down and go ahead and rest the top leg down. And when you're ready, there is no hurry. You can go ahead and roll over, situate yourself on your other side, and we will repeat all of those exercises again. So if you need to turn around so you can still see the camera, go ahead. And same thing, use any support that you need. Arms will start both out in front of the chest, knees can be bent. Okay, so once you are down on this side, again, we'll start with the palms. So on your inhale, just sliding that top hand's fingers up to the bottom hand's wrist, exhaling down. Okay, inhale, coming back up. Exhale down. Good, continue. Just working at your own pace. And again, just checking in with yourself. Don't be just afraid to ask yourself in your mind, just how am I feeling right now? Just ask yourself, what am I noticing in my body? Maybe even noticing if any certain thoughts keep coming up for you. Sometimes physical movement can trigger different emotions and thoughts. The body keeps the score. And next time that the palms come together, we're going to go ahead and increase. So inhale this time, slide that top hand all the way up the arm, across the collarbones and out to the opposite side. Exhale, tracing all the way back down until the hands are back together. Continue, inhale to open. And exhale to close. And take a few more, just working with your body, working with your breath. And as you're doing these movements, check in. Do you notice any differences as you continue to repeat the movement? Does your range of motion change over time? And last one here. And when you bring the hands back together, we will make our way back into the sunrise arms again. So from here, on your inhale, lifting that top hand up and over the chest and then out to the side, making that half circle. Exhale, following it all the way back down. Okay, inhale, open and expand. Exhale, slowly settling all the way back down. Okay, take a few more. And last two. Next time that you bring the hands back together, we'll go ahead and transition to our final shoulder exercise on the side, the clock. So again, for this one, just make sure you've got your adequate space. You're going to extend and straighten that top leg. Top arm will lift and start to reach up and overhead as the leg kicks forward. Arm reaches back around as the leg kicks slightly behind. Good. Arm again reaches up, leg is forward. Arm reaches forward as leg is back. Good. Continue. Good. This one is challenging not only for the body, but for just coordinating through the brain and the mind. Good. And 2 more. Great, and last one. The next time the arm comes forward, go ahead and rest it. Rest the top leg down as well. Just breathe here for a moment. And then from here, we're going to transition to come onto our back. So go ahead and roll over, come flat on your back, and we're going to work now into the hips and the hamstrings for a little bit. I'm going to do a quick time check because I don't have a clock in here. Yeah, we're doing okay on time, so make your way onto your back. I'll be here for about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll go right into a kind of guided meditation practice after that for the kind of final 10 minutes of our class. So starting with the knees bent, soles of the feet to the floor. I'll just take a moment or two for the back to settle into the mat. And then on your next inhale, lift up on your right foot. Pull that right knee in towards the chest. You can hold on to the front of the shin if that's accessible, or the back of the thigh. And from there, if you want, you can extend the opposite leg out, but if it's more comfortable for your back, feel free to keep the opposite knee bent. So when you're ready from here, we're going to start to work that right knee around in a circular motion. And so whether you want to continue to hold on here, just allowing the hands to keep some pressure on the knee, or you can release the hands and just let the leg circle on its own. It's really just a matter of preference, what's more suitable for you. Just almost imagine you're trying to work that hip back and down into the hip socket. Just loosening up that area. As I said, this is an area that can get tight so quickly because if you're seated often, those muscles are going to naturally start to tense. Okay, go ahead and switch the direction. And take it around a few more times. And work your way back towards center with the knee here. If you're still holding on, that's fine, but you just want to use the right hand. Left hand can release down by the side. The right hand is going to start to gently pull that knee out towards the right side. So it's opening up through the inner thigh and groin area. You're probably going to start to feel a stretch come through there. And then inhale, we're going to lift the knee. This time we want to switch hands. Left hand will come back up and pull the knee just slightly across the body. So you guys can see here, my right hip is not lifted off the mat. It's still down. That's what you want. You don't want this hip lifting because it's going to bring it into the lower back instead of focusing on loosening the hip and the IT band. Good. So we'll open it back out towards the right. When you're ready, you can switch hands. And we're just going to go back and forth about 5 to 6 times. So go ahead and start to switch and alternate on your own. And my suggestion is just take a breath there, hold, and then on your next inhale, you can open the leg back out towards the other side. And just take a couple more back and forth. Okay, next time that you cross the knee over for that IT band stretch, shift it back to center again. From here, we're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers underneath that right thigh, and we're going to work on stretching out the hamstring. So on your inhale, start to gradually straighten that leg. Good. You don't have to go all the way up. As you can see, I've still got a little bend in my knee here. Then as you exhale, go ahead and just release the leg back down. And we'll do this about 5 to 6 times as well. So inhale, gradually straightening up. Exhale to bend. And take a few more. Good. Last 2. And next time that you lift the leg, go ahead and hold it up. And then this is where I'm going to give you a few different options depending on what you're comfortable with. So the first option, just stay here. You can gradually perhaps work on walking the hands further up the back of the leg. That's going to help you deepen the stretch slightly. Or another nice option, which is my preference, is to do nerve gliding. If you're not familiar, it's pretty simple. Basically, as you inhale, you want to work on gradually straightening the leg, and as you do so, you want to flex the foot. I think my toes are getting cut off on the camera, but my toes are pointed towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you want to bend the knees slightly, and then flex the foot, pull the toes in towards you. And you want to alternate that pointing and straightening with the bending and flexing. And we'll do that for about 30 seconds. But if this doesn't suit you, again, just holding the leg into whichever position you prefer works just fine as well. There's just been some studies that have shown that this actually is better at increasing your flexibility over time than just a static or a held stretch, just doing a little bit of gentle movement. Okay, so next time, if you're doing the nerve gliding, that you flex the foot, you can go ahead, release the leg, release the hands, let that leg come all the way down, and just let it rest. Maybe close your eyes for a moment and really let yourself tune into what that right side, that right leg feels like compared to the left side that you have not yet worked on yet. Really let yourself take in what those stretches have done for the body. And it can be pretty amazing to notice the difference. And again, I know you don't want to be uneven for long, so we'll go ahead and do the left side next. So inhale, take your time, begin to pull that left knee in towards the chest. Again, if the lower back's a bothersome area, feel free to bring a bend to the other knee, as that is going to help release it. It will start again, just circling that left knee around, working it back and down. And you don't have to hold on if you don't want to. Feel free to just circle it on its own, whatever feels better to you and your body. And again, just checking in. Does this leg already feel different than the other side? What do you notice? What are you aware of? Okay, go ahead and switch the direction of that circle now. And take it around just a couple more times. Great. Knee can come back to center when you're ready. And again, we'll do the inner and outer hip and thigh. So left hand will come back up to the knee if it's down, and gently starting to open that knee out towards the left side. On your next inhale, lift the knee, switch hands, right hand will come up, pulling the knee slightly across and over the body. But remember, you don't want to let the left hip lift off of the mat. And continue, go ahead and alternate, open back out. And then when you're ready, switch again. Okay, go ahead and take a few more just back and forth on your own. And the last one here. Next time that you cross the knee towards the center of the body, we'll bring it back to center. Interlace fingers underneath the thigh again, and we'll work on our hamstring on this side. So inhale, gradually working and straightening the leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it back down. Good, inhale, come back up. And exhale down. And take a few more at your own pace. And you don't have to straighten the leg all the way depending on how tight you're feeling. One of the things that I've picked up on by listening to my own body is that the leg that I tend to sit, that is always crossed over the opposite leg, is the one that is tighter. So you guys will have to tell me if you notice that the leg you tend to cross over, if that's your tight side or not, because I'm curious if it's just me. Good. So next time that you straighten the leg, go ahead and hold it up. And again, you've got your options here. Maybe you just want to hold still, work on maybe gradually reaching further up the back of the leg, or maybe you like the nerve gliding. So inhale to straighten the knee and point the toes. Exhale, little bend to the knee and flex the foot. Good, just very subtle movement. It's working on releasing any tightness or tension in the hamstring. And take a few more back and forth. Good job, one more time. Good. Next time, if you're doing the nerve gliding that you flex the foot, go ahead and release the leg all the way back down again. And give it a few moments just to settle in and rest. Again, just really take a moment to actually observe how you're feeling. Don't feel like you have to rush right into anything else. Take in and notice the benefit of the practice. Maybe just give the legs a gentle little wiggle, maybe a little roll from side to side. So we're going to finish off our practice with a couple of lying down twists, and then we will move into our meditation after that. So from here, you want to expand your arms out so they're kind of in a T shape. Again, if you don't have room for any reason, you can bend at the elbows instead. And then we'll go ahead, we'll bend the knees, draw both knees in towards the chest. And then we're going to start with our somatic twist. So this is a twist that won't be held, it's going to be constantly moving. So as you exhale, go ahead and lower the knees down towards that right side. They don't have to touch the floor, but as you're lowering them, you want to turn your right palm down, and you want to turn your head to look over towards the left. Inhale, lift the knees, come back to center. Exhale, knees start to lower down to the left. Left palm will turn down, and your right palm will turn back up as you turn to look over towards the right. I'll do that with you a couple more times. So knees come back up. Exhale, knees come down to the right. Right hand is down. Head turns to the left. Left palm is up. And inhale, knees come back to center. Exhale down to the left. Left hand is down. Head is to the right. Right palm up. Go ahead and take about 2 to 3 more. Just go back and forth. And your knees don't have to come all the way down and touch. They can stay slightly lifted. And one more to each side. Good. On your next inhale, knees return back to center again. Good. And this time, we're going to go ahead and hold in our twist. So as you exhale, we're going to let the knees come down towards the right. And if they don't touch, it's okay. If you have a block or anything that you're using, feel free to have that between or underneath the knees. Head is going to turn back over to look over towards that left arm. This time we're going to hold for about 30 seconds. And just take a few nice deep breaths while you're resting here. Just encouraging the body to release. On your next inhale, lifting the knees. And then exhale, opposite side, knees release down towards the left. Again, feel free to use any props that you might have. Head will turn to look over towards the right. Again, just releasing with the breath. Starting to unwind. On your next inhale, knees will return back to center again. From here, go ahead and reach up to the front of the knees, the shins, anywhere you can reach, and just start to gently just roll back and forth from side to side. You can move the knees around and circles, just kind of massage into that lower back area. Just take about 30 seconds or so to do that. And if you feel that there are any additional stretches you want to take, feel free to take, a minute or so to do that. And you're going to get ready for our meditation practice. So I also suggest at this time, turning the lights down wherever you are, just kind of creating a soft space where you can relax. So I'll give you guys a minute or so to do that now. And we're going to be doing a loving kindness meditation today. If you're not familiar with that, I'm going to explain it in just a minute. Okay, so just starting to let yourself get settled in if you're not already. And you're welcome to lie down. You can sit, really any position that's comfortable for you. Most people seem to enjoy lying down. Right, so as you're getting settled, I'll just briefly explain what to expect during this meditation. So there are going to be 4 different parts to it. And I'm going to be saying a phrase aloud, and then you can repeat that phrase back to yourself in your own mind. Or since you might be in your own space today, if you feel called to say it out loud, that is fine too. So you will be offering these phrases first to you, then to a person that is someone you care about, then to a larger group of people you care about. And then finally, you'll be finishing it up by offering to a person that sometimes may present challenges for you. So we kind of just grow and expand with that kindness and love each time. So if you're not already, go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Just let yourself take a few nice deep breaths in and out, just letting your body and mind start to release and relax. So we all know that self-care is so important. You cannot give if you don't have yourself already filled up. You can't pour from an empty cup. So we're going to first offer our love and kindness to ourselves. And so I will say it out loud, and you may repeat these phrases to yourself if you want. So, first, offering to yourself, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I find peace. And may I be filled with love and kindness. Now taking that love that you have given to yourself and letting it expand a little bit outward. And just picture someone that is near and dear to you. Can be anyone that you want. Could even be a pet if you want it to be. So offering to them. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they find peace. May they be filled with love and kindness. Now that love and kindness will expand just a little bit further. So bring to mind a group of people or a cause that you really care about, something that is meaningful to you. And it can be really anything you want it to be. So offering to them. May they all be happy. May they all be healthy. May they all find peace. And may they all be filled with love and kindness. Now, expanding that love outwards to someone who challenges you, someone you may not always get along with, but someone that nonetheless you're going to give that love and kindness to. So offering to whoever that might be. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they find peace. And may they be filled with love and kindness. Just take a moment to visualize all of that love and kindness that you have sent out. Visualize it as a glowing light that is radiating out from your heart space until that light is encompassing your whole entire body, so that every person you interact with is just a little bit happier because they came into contact with you. Just by taking the time to visualize and send out this love, send out this kindness, you are making a difference. Again, to let yourself start to bring awareness back to your physical being, just noticing your body and your breath. You're welcome to start gradually working some movement back into your body at this time. Perhaps stretching out the legs or the arms or the fingers and toes. If you're lying on your back, maybe you want to stay resting there. You can rest there as long as you want to. You're also welcome to roll over onto one side. If anyone would like to come back up into a comfortable seat and close out the practice with me, go ahead and take a few moments now. So if you are seated, if you would like to join me, go ahead and draw the hands together right in front of that heart space. Let's take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And we close with namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought. Feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, I hope everyone feels refreshed and relaxed after that session.
Thank you, Emily. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Felt fabulous. Really great class today. So I think on behalf of everybody, just thank you for sharing that with us today. We're getting lots of nice comments in the chat. So thanks to everyone who joined us today. Appreciate you being here with us and supporting your library by coming to an online program. Please visit our website, library.car.org, to find out other things that are going on, other programs, and of course our resources checkouts that you can do from home. So thank you.